Nah, it's not working for me. Since my hair isn't very dense, meaning I don't have a whole lot of strands in diameter, and also the my hair is on the medium fine side. If I want a bigger wave, I have to use more hair. And that is what I'm looking for, is a bigger wave. I have 4 pumps of mousse in my hand. And oof, just gonna add it. This mousse is getting everywhere. Ooh. Yeah. I'm adding more mousse. I want to make sure I have the definition I need. I'm satisfied with that. And for those of you that have never done a braid out before, when I'm doing mine in the front, I'm going to show you what helps me on the front braid. I start off with 3 pieces, like so. 1, 2, 3. And then I take the middle over the top, bring the first strand under that one, bring the middle strand to the front, and the back strand under to the middle. Is that what I do? Okay, and then I'm gonna do it again. Okay. I'm not explaining this very well, I know. I'm just gonna pull this hair in here. And I'm just braiding down and picking up hair as I go. I am being very gentle because I do not want to break my hair off. That is something I despise, when people are braiding my hair or French braiding, or if I can feel some French braiding and I hear it just snaps, hair snapping off. I can't stand it because it's not necessary. They just need to be intentional about making sure they get through the hair and not about rushing. Speed is great, but keeping my hair on my head is better. So basically you take the outside pieces and you're taking them to the middle. So this is going to the middle is coming to the outside, the left side is going to the middle, and the middle one's going to the outside. That's basically how you braid, or that is how you braid. And I do it like this in the front because it's just easier for me to hold my hands in this position. As I move to the back, I will have to switch my hand position because I'm going to be going to the back, and because my arms are going to be up. Down at the bottom, I'm going to twirl it around my finger like that, and that's the end of it. And that is braid 1 done. I could have gotten closer up here, but I'm not going to trip. It's fine. And let's take our hair out and start with braid number 2. I am going to put a little castor oil in my part because I have found that with seborrheic dermatitis, the castor oil helps with it helps slow something down where it's not as flaky. So that's what I'm gonna say. We'll do 3 more braids. So this is 1. I'll have 1 coming straight down the middle. Well, I'll say 3 or 4 braids. All right, now that hair is out of the way. Let me comb through it with my wide tooth comb. I'm gonna put a little castor oil on my scalp back here. I can feel a little itch. And when you have seborrheic dermatitis, you do have to kind of tend to your scalp and your hair more often. I have found that if I clean up my diet with lowering dairy and sugar, that the condition improves greatly, where I don't have to shampoo it as often. So if you are dealing with seborrheic dermatitis and you want to have a hairstyle last longer than a couple of days, where let's say you want to do a sew-in, but you know your scalp is going to itch and you have to shampoo or take it out, you know, consider that. So for this one, I do have to put my arms up. I'm going to turn so you all can see this braid. And you see I'm taking as I pick up hair, I'm going down the end to the end so that hair isn't getting tangled. And I'm being mindful of hair that is already in my fingers so as not to rip that off either. And now I can turn back around and finish the braid. I wish I had my brush, because you can see down at the ends are kind of poofy. That's because it has moisture. What I'm going to have to do is add more mousse, saturate the hair, turn it around my finger. There we go. All right. That was my last braid. I'm not gonna put it under, not gonna put rubber bands on the end because I don't need to. They're not gonna come apart. But as you can see, I have 1, 2, 3, and 4. This one is kind of wonky. I mean, it starts back there and then comes, but again, I wanted them each to kind of have the same width. I'm gonna let this dry. I think I'm gonna let it air dry. My hair is dry. I do have somewhere to go. So let's take these braids out. I've seen people taking them out with, and I'm losing daylight, but I've seen people take them out by like pulling. I'm kind of scared to do that. But let me get a good grip on like the start of the takedown and see how that goes. Nah, it's not working for me. So I'm just gonna take them down the way I know how to take them down. Why is that blinking like that? I don't know why that's blinking like that. I don't know. Well, as you see, that's the let's go. Oh, it stops when I get close. I wonder what that's about. I don't need it to really track. Let's take this down because my battery I'm losing battery. I want to be really careful because, I mean, I want it to be big, but I don't want to lose any curl just yet. I just want to take the braids out. 1 down, 3 to go. I do feel like this is a beginner-friendly, natural girl hairstyle. If you're transitioning from relaxed into natural, this will be good for you in my opinion. Now, the thing is, if it's humid outside, it can drop, you know, the curls can drop or anything like that. But I am going to test some products for humidity, curly hair humidity on my daughter. She has a rod set right now. And I did notice when she came home that one of her rods was a little fluffy. And I'm noticing that my hair is not completely dry on this braid on the end. But that's okay because under my hood dryer, that part wasn't under there all the way. So that's fine. Yeah, and I'm not gonna trip over that anyway. I'm almost done with braid 2. Braid 2 is done. That's how that's looking. You can see that still I have that part there. I will have to fluff. So let's get done with braid 3. Get that taken out. I did my makeup off camera. If you want to see it, it will be on my other platforms where I post. And on those platforms, my handle is It's Carissia as well. I love how my hair is feeling. It feels really soft. I am going to kind of just shake and take my fingers and rake through so to close the parts. So like this. And underneath. Probably, I can still feel one of the parts there. And up close, let's see what we're gonna do. I'm gonna separate this a little bit. I'll bring this up a little bit. Okay. I'm gonna fluff a little bit with my fingers and, you know, just make it how you would like it to be. When I get home tonight to go to bed, I am going to, I think I'm gonna pineapple it. Or just do 3 braids. All right, this is the front. I think it's cute. Here's the back. Can you see? And that's all I'm gonna do. I'm gonna leave my edges alone. They're okay. I'm gonna leave this part alone. I am gonna fluff this up a little bit more, but that's the thing about a braid out. It's going to want to lay down. So, and I'm happy that this isn't, and I didn't put any oil on my hands to take it down because I didn't want it to weigh it down and make it heavy. My hair is very soft and I don't need anything, any products or oils or serums to weigh it down. So I'm good with this, and this is how we're gonna go. Thank you so much. Let me know what style I should do next or what you wanted to see me do next on my hair. And if you have any questions about any products or any hair product questions, thank you so much. It's Carissia. I'll see you later.